Hello everyone, my name is UltimoFive and today we're going over the Glaive Prime, the explosive spinner. The Glaive Prime is the prime version of the Glaive from Ember Prime's release and is obtained by opening a variety of relics that contain said materials in order to make it. Requires a mastery rank of 10, comes with 1 V and 1 dash polarity slot, and along with this a dash stance polarity slot. And because of this, the builds on this weapon require 0 or 2 forma. And it excels in close to medium range combat and deals with high leveled enemies of all factions and small to extremely large crowds. The Glaive Prime has a few buffs when compared to the original Glaive in different areas. These stats would be higher base damage, higher critical chance, higher status chance, and a higher attack speed. Advantages for the weapon would be that it has high critical chance, very high status chance, can be wielded in tandem with a single-handed secondary weapon. Holding down melee throws the Glaive, and when using heavy attacks causes the Glaive to explode in a 4.8 meter radius while mid-flight. Thrown critical multipliers above average, and when thrown the Glaive is silent. Disadvantages however for the weapon would be that it has low impact and puncture damage, explosions cause self-stagger, and the player is unable to perform melee attacks or block while Glaive is in mid-flight. The element for the thrown Glaive Prime build against the Corpus would be Toxin. Toxin deals 50% base damage per second over 6 seconds and stacks indefinitely, with each instance having its own timer that ignores shields. The build's flex slot was hard to decide on, but is prime pressure point, and this build can easily one-shot all Corpus enemies, but occasionally 2 shots index Corpus enemies. The element for the thrown Glaive Prime build against the corrupting Grineer will be Viral. Viral amplifies health damage by 100% for 6 seconds and stacks up to 10 times for a total of 325%. The build's flex slot is prime pressure point, and this build can 2-shot all corrupting Grineer enemies, although it can occasionally take 3 throws if you don't feel like waiting for slash procs to do their job. The element for the thrown Glaive Prime build against the Infested will be Corrosive. Corrosive reduces armor by 26% for 8 seconds and stacks up to 10 times for a total of 80%. The build's flex slot is prime pressure point, and this build totally annihilates everything in one throw, but can occasionally take 2. Also, Corrosive works perfect with this build due to the innate blast damage which synergizes against fossilized Infested. The element for the non-thrown Glaive Prime build against the Corpus would be Toxin. The build's flex slot is Quickening, and I honestly thought I was going to have issues with its damage in normal melee combat, but it effectively eradicates all Corpus enemies and especially works better in larger crowds. The element for the non-thrown Glaive Prime build against the corrupting Grineer will be Viral. The build's flex slot is Quickening and is so fun. It works pretty much like the thrown build, but can get pretty red numbers and is a bit stronger. The element for the non-thrown Glaive Prime build against the Infested would be Corrosive. The build's flex slot is Quickening and is ridiculous. Just like the other 2 non-thrown builds, it does extreme damage and does it fairly fast due to its fast attack speed. Gladiator Might, in place of prime pressure point for more critical damage, or Quickening in order to give more critical chance per stack and more critical damage. Gladiator Rush, in place of Quickening if you don't have Naramon focus or can't handle the combo chain duration. And Berserker, in place of Quickening if you want attack speed upon getting a critical and don't mind losing the combo count chance. Power Throw. First off, you aren't getting its punch through because of volatile quick return. Second off, everything pretty much dies within 1 to 2 hits, so its increased throwing damage doesn't efficiently work that well. Finally, you'll have to use 1 forma for the damage to go down significantly, which isn't worth it. But if you really want to add it, only do so with the thrown builds and replace prime pressure point. Prime Smite mods. They aren't that necessary in order to reach optimal damage levels and cost additional forma, but if you really want to add it, only do so with the non-thrown builds and replace Quickening. There are several ways to enhance critical chance and damage for this weapon. For instance, for damage, Rhino's Roar, Nova's Molecular Prime, which makes all sources of damage increase by 100% against primed enemies, Mirage's Eclipse mixed with her Hall of Mirrors adds a massive damage bonus during the Dare and Light, and Saren's Toxic Lash mixed with her Spores abilities. For critical chance, Haru's Covenant can add up to 50% critical chance and 200% on headshots. The Adarza Kavat with Cat's Eye can give a 60% critical chance boost, and Smita Kavat with Charm can give a 200% crit chance. Arcane Fury. Upon critical hit, 60% chance for 180% melee damage to melee weapons for 18 seconds. Arcane Blade Charger. Upon primary weapon kill, 30% chance for 300% melee damage for 12 seconds. And Arcane Strike. On hit, 15% chance for 60% attack speed to melee weapons for 18 seconds. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more guides on Warframe, please click the like and sub buttons to let me know. And as per usual, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.